All right, name's Brian Burke. I'm the superintendent here, and I've been here since 2012. I've been working directly with the city. The traditional alkalinity and pH treatment methods, we used to use caustic soda, mostly for pH adjustment, but our alkalinity was quite low, so we had to supplement with soda ash. Dealing with caustic, it's a nasty substance. As far as the soda ash, well, we kind of would dump that stuff. We didn't have a mixing system, so we would dump the stuff directly into our anaerobic zone. So operators were carrying 4 or 5 50-pound bags, putting them on one of our little yard trucks and taking them up to the basin and carrying them over and tearing the bag open. So not having to deal with all that weight every single day is going to be wonderful. We started using the material in June of 2025. What led me to do a trial on calcium carbonate was I had gone to a conference for my license points, and there was a vendor booth. And I just started a conversation with the representative that was there. He talked a lot of good things that sounded really too good to be true, honestly. What seemed to be too good to be true was the amount of material we would have to use to get better results than what we were getting. Like half of the caustic, and we completely eliminated the use of soda ash, and a significant cost saving. So we set up some jar tests, and he come out and did some jar tests, and it showed really good results in the jar tests. So we brought some product out and did a trial. Within 2 weeks, I started to see some amazing results, and those results just kept coming. Before that was even over, I was convinced. Yeah, no hesitation. We're using about 50 to 60 gallons a day of the material, at half of what we had to use for liquid caustic, and the complete elimination of soda ash addition. Relates to cost savings, roughly 50% reduction in cost as it relates to dealing with pH and alkalinity, which is great. As the superintendent of this facility, the safety is wonderful with this product. It's safe to handle. I mean, if you happen to get some on you, it's not going to do the same thing that caustic would do to you. Dealing with the handling in the tank room behind me is way better. It was difficult to keep caustic clean. I mean, even valves and things that are designed for caustic would eventually start dripping and leaking, and having to clean all that up. And it's far safer. As well, we're not having to carry around 50-pound bags of soda ash everywhere every single day, and that's wonderful. Of course, we like the cost savings and everything else like that, but number one is my staff. It used to be that our pH would be fine with caustic because it was easy with caustic to maintain that, and we always had to supplement for alkalinity. And I struggled to keep the alkalinity at 100 milligrams per liter in my basins. Since switching to the calcium carbonate product, we basically shoot for a pH, and we have alkalinity 150 milligrams per liter plus that just comes with the package at a far less volume of use. Up in our influent, we've installed a carrier water line, and that's what we use to carry the calcium carbonate up to that same location at the influent. From the influent, it flows into the basins, starting with an anaerobic zone, which then flows into an anoxic zone, and that flows out into the aerobic zone. From there, it goes to the clarifiers. The water goes over the top weir, the clear water goes over the top weir for filtration and disinfection before it goes back to the creek. Sludges return back to the anaerobic zone. We mix the totes once a week, and everything's been fine with that. When the totes are empty, we take them over and rinse them out, prepare them for the next load, the delivery rather, that comes in. It's been good. All right, so the supplier for this particular material that we're using now has been great to deal with. Responsive, deliveries are on time. Things have been on point so far since last June, especially in our case where we're having to refill totes because we order in plenty of time before we run out of material, and it works out well. Now, calcium carbonate as a material, as far as using at any other location, just based on the results that we've seen here, safety factors, the cost savings, the results of what's happening with this particular material, I'd say anybody that wants to give it a shot would probably be pretty pleased with the results.